Perfect. All right. Well, welcome to Fionor's Workshop. Today we're hopefully, all things go well, finishing up this bonsai tree. You can see here these is pieces we're going to be working with. Here is our to-do list from last week. So all we have to do left is solder and then put it together. You can see kind of where we left it off with the idea of what we're going with. Just as a refresher, we're going to be using this branch to mount everything on. Give that bonsai look. I don't know if you can technically call it a bonsai tree because it won't be living, but I'm going to call it that because I want to. Alright, let's get everything plugged in and set up. By everything, I mean soldering iron, really. Plugged in and warming up. There we go. Keep that cord out of view if we can. Alright. Alright, so to solder, we need a few things. We need our soldering iron to be nice and hot. We need some solder, and then we need some flux. Flux everything that's copper. That just helps the solder to stick. And then once everything's fluxed, we can start the soldering process. Sounds good? Sounds good. Let's get some gloves. I don't need 20 gloves, I just need 2. There we go. I just like to use gloves when I'm soldering, just because the flux and such can be, well, not great on your hands. Alright, so I'm going to do it in chunks, I think. So I'm going to kind of do this branch, and these. I'm not the most delicate when it comes to flux, but gets the job done. And by do this section, I'm not going to build this branch yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flux each piece and then put a layer of solder on each piece so that it's ready to be connected to the branch. You'll see what I mean as we get going. So yeah, just ever so gently, just wiping it down with some flux. Let me know if the music's too loud. Just wear it down here, chilling and making some art. The glass doesn't need any flux, just the copper. You know what we're gonna do? We're also gonna move the camera a little bit to give you guys a slightly better view of what's going on here. So come with me on this magical journey. Let's see, how does that look? Is that nice and straight? No, it's not straight at all, is it? Alright, let's get this. There we go. Hey, there we go. A little bit closer so you can get a little bit better view of what's going on. All right. Got some solder. All these pieces are fluxed. I like to use some long tweezers when I'm doing this portion, just because I don't want to get burned. Makes sense, right? So all I'm basically doing here is getting a little bit of solder on my soldering iron. I'm just running it over to get a nice little layer. I'm not trying to do anything else with it. Got a little bit of shaky hands, I apologize. This is why I can never be a surgeon. I think being a surgeon would be fun. I don't know, I find the human body fascinating. Interesting to help make it function better when it goes wrong. Yeah, there we go. That's all we're trying to do right now. Let's put a layer of solder around each piece. Get that flex burning off. It's okay, we'll give these guys a little clean in before we finish the project. Put a little bit more where that seam is. Second, let me get some. Sorry for the delay. Back to it. Just making sure I get every little piece. One of the things I'm going to do with this piece actually as well is use a patina The patina is going to make this solder, the patina I'm using is going to make this solder a aged copper color. Give it an aged copper look by looking. There is a patina that can turn this kind of more blackish, which I'll definitely be doing someday. But today we're just going to stick with the patina I currently have. I don't have that patina on hand. Yeah, I could never be a surgeon. Thought about being a tattoo artist at one point, but I think that's out of the cards for me as well. My hands are just a little too shaky for that. What's interesting is if you don't get every piece of copper, you'll actually see the solder kind of avoid the piece you didn't get. You can always go back and put a little bit more flux on if you need to. So there's two different styles you can do. One is kind of to have a beaded look with your solder. The other is to try and get it as smooth and flat as possible. Both have their place in stained glass. Looking good in some categories, looking better in others, sort of thing. Or looking worse in others. If you're going for a really clean look for the soldering, then you want to get it as flat as possible. And by flat, I mean like getting rid of any excess solder, because you can see there's kind of like a bead there on the end. So if you're trying to get it as clean as possible, you'd want to get rid of that bead. In reality, on the edges, you don't necessarily want bead for normal soldering, because if you're trying to put this piece and match it perfectly with another piece, that bead actually gets in the way. So on these edges, usually you want it to be as flat and uniform as possible. You're not trying to create any extra material there, you're just trying to get the solder so that when you solder them together, it doesn't need to forge a new path. There's already solder there, so it can attach a little bit easier. Hopefully that made sense. So much easier to do this when they're just flat pieces. I'm not trying to make easy things, I'm trying to make fun, unique, hopefully beautiful things. Okay. You could touch this with your hands, but it's hot, so, you know, ideally you don't want to do that. So one of the challenges with doing copper wire like this is copper is such a good conductor of heat that if I'm trying to solder up here, all the way down here on the end will get very hot as well. And so if you have pieces that are delicately attached, if you're taking too long up here, it's going to actually melt the solder down here and that piece will come off. You'll see what I mean later as I get frustrated, because that's bound to happen. Okay, so with these pieces, like we did last time, you can see those little notches. Doing this solder is going to fill in that notch and give it something to hold on to. Just like the other pieces. Just doing the ends like that. Then on this side, okay, get over here. I'll break to the edge. So I can grab it on the side. There we go. So on these ends, put enough solder that fills in that crevice. See what I mean? So for all intents and purposes, it looks like a normal piece, like the rest of this does, but it actually has a notch in there, providing a little extra solder, a little extra stability. Trying to make sure the solder gets all the way in that crevice. Great. You do gotta be careful with those little extra beads that fall around, because although it's sitting there, it's very hot. If you saw that, this little piece is actually broken on one side. Let's see if we can make this work. Extra solder, go in there. You may have to re-foil this guy. I think this is one of the ones that the foiling process actually cut. Yeah, we're gonna refoil that guy. So what's going on is that little notch, the foil actually got cut and separated, and so the solder is not sitting in there as well as I would like it to. We're gonna let it cool down, and then we'll refoil it. Hot? Kind of warm. It's not too warm though, it's cool enough. You can see how well that's attached even as is. It's not, well, I guess I could keep it. Look how gross these gloves look with that flux. It's disgusting. But that's why I put gloves on instead of my hands. It could work. It could be okay. It could be okay. Just want to make sure all these pieces belong together. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, this is how that flower is going to end up looking. One of the things we're going to do is tighten these gloves on my fingers so I have better grip. But like I was saying, so this is what I was mentioning earlier. Like this piece right here has a little bit of excess solder on the end, so it's not sitting as flush with that piece as it could be. So we need to tape down that. There we go. Expose a little notch there, but it will work. All right, so I think I want to have these pieces slightly angled. slightly angled up like that. It's gonna be the best way to do that. Probably actually other pieces of old glass. Shards. This is where kind of a little bit of ingenuity is required. Now I do have like helping hands, I believe they're called, that are supposed to help with this sort of situation, but because I'm doing really interesting and unique angles, and or I just got a crappy pair of helping hands, I haven't found them to be very helpful. How's that? Wait, flip this guy around like that. What do we think about that? Seems nice. All right, I'm just gonna try and put a bead of solder right in the middle there, just to hold everything. Tack it down. Great. I can use that to go into the other spots. This is where you can put like beads on it, and I probably am going to put a bead on it. But I'm just flipping it over. I want to be nice and gentle in the back here. I don't want the iron to be touching this for very long, because there's the chance, because it's at an angle like this, that if it touches it for too long, it will destabilize all of the solder, and this convex look will collapse. We don't want that. All right, let's put a couple beads. Like a beaded look, I think. That, jeez. I want it to be perfectly uniform. A little bit. Kind of some natural looking texture. Okay. What do we think about that? Do we like the smooth look? I don't know. Maybe I like the smooth look. Definitely don't like inconsistent, in the sense that it's like smooth in some spots and not smooth in others. All right, let's stop fiddling with it. Let's get that. Okay, so let's actually make this entire branch. Let's do the entire branch. I like it. Just getting a couple of tools that are gonna help me. So this end where the flower is gonna go, I'm gonna actually kind of curve it a little bit so that it has a better ability to attach to the flower. Does that make any sense? More surface area to attach to the flower, shall we say. straighten it out a little bit. Yeah. And that gives us a little bit more leeway to play with to mount this flower. All right, so this is where things are gonna get annoying. This is where the most difficulty comes in that I found. Actually use mineral spirits, I think. Clean up the oil, gives better working surfaces, cleaner working surfaces. We'll have to re-flux it, that's okay. I actually used to pretend, going back to something I talked about earlier, I used to pretend I was a tattoo artist in high school. I'd take Sharpies and draw on people. I mean, who didn't, right? But I thought I did a pretty good job. I did have this like style of doing flowers and things that I would do that was like really loopy. People seemed to like it. I had multiple people come up and want me to put one on them. Usually it's like on my hand or something. Okay. Got that going. Let's cover up that again. Don't really like the smell of mineral spirits. Little kind of sandpaper-esque stuff. Plumbers use it to rough up copper that they're about to solder when they're doing pipes. I mean, obviously they're not using lead solder like we are here, but they kind of rough up the copper, clean it off, make sure it takes the flux in the solder well. Okay, there we go. Rip the hole in these gloves. Let's get a good pair. Put stuff out of the way that we're not using. Okay, so what I end up usually doing for this, I got a pair of these vice grips that I like to clamp on the very bottom so it gives me some sort of control. So I have something to hold and maneuver. Alright. What's going to be the order of operations that's the least painful? Painful, I just mean like easiest to do. Let's try and get this little branch going. Right, we'll put the smaller leaf on the outside. Let's get that kind of front and center, huh? So because this isn't, you know, normal stained glass soldering, this is, I find, quite challenging. I haven't found the perfect way to do this yet. It takes some trial and error. That seems painless enough, right? There we go. First little leaf on. Painless. Let's try and do these at interesting angles, right? Shard of glass. That guy like that, huh? What do we think? Shaky hands. I like trying to drip a bead of solder on it. I don't know if that's the best way to go do this, but see that? It doesn't want to hold. Or maybe like this. Now that I've got this bead of solder. Pardon. Like I was saying earlier, I feel that starting to get hot. Throwing things around. All right. So I've got the leaf on there. As you can see, there's an excess of solder, so I'm just going to ever so gingerly try and take away that excess. There we go. All right, one more piece. Like that angle. $100 question. Is it actually attached or is it just pretending to be attached? Oh, it's just pretending. Getting a little too crazy with it. I just want to get it exactly how I want it, you know? Oh, I'm getting too crazy. This piece is going to fall back off. Maybe not. Done. There we go, our first little branch. Okay, let that cool for a second as we work on the bigger branch. I think I'm gonna do the flower first or flower last? Flower first or flower last? Let's go flower first. The bigger go home, right? Okay, I'm actually going to use this for that. Here's a little portable helping hands. He's just going to hold this. Just like that. All right, wish me luck. I don't hear you wishing. I don't feel those wishes coming through. Get enough solder to fill in. Feel the wishes now. Feel them. I appreciate them. All right. I think that's attached. How hot is this? Not too hot yet. I mean, I can feel it warm, but how do we feel about the middle of that flower? Should I add anything to it? Like a little chunk of glass, or I feel like it's too small. I almost feel like the flower needed to be coming in more. Does that make sense? Like kind of closed up more. All right, we have 3 leaves to add to this. Gotta flex them first. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Creating messes, that's what we're doing. Reflex up this. This is the hardest part. I think, honestly, most of the time, it's not the lack of flux, it's not that the copper is dirty. I think it's just that the copper itself is too cold. And so trying to put hot on cold, it just doesn't take very well. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's my running theory. I don't know what this. Like that. No, we'll go how I have it. So we gotta get extra careful. If I spend too long the soldering iron touching the copper, the solder up by that flower will melt off. It's okay. Oh, that piece is fun. I feel like I need something to be able to prop this on. I don't want any of the weight to be going on the flower petals. That's not tall enough. Something like this, you know? Okay. So if we have this going out here, maybe one here and then one here. One up closer to that one, I'm thinking. Okay. Well, I want it propped, but I can't have it propped, I don't think. This is where I take this off. What are we doing here, team? You said I don't know, then I also don't know. Doing something like this is what we're doing. That's what we're doing right there. Okay. Can you see how it's kind of attached, but also kind of not? That's what I'm talking about. All right, so this guy, I am gonna also put a slight angle on it on the very bottom. Give it a little bit more to adhere to the little notch like that, so it has a little bit more grabbing power. Thinking something like this. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so we need to prop this up. Let's use this other leaf. Why not? Because it's not great dating. That's why not. Okay, that's propped. Do it like this. Like this. Or like this. Okay. It was propped. It's not propped anymore. Something like that. See if we can drop a bead of solder right on that guy. See that? It's like, let me show you what I'm talking about. This piece of solder has a perfect little line, I don't know if you can see that, of where this copper was. The solder touched the copper, went around the copper, and said, I don't like you, copper. It's very rude of it. Let's put a little bit more flux on here. Maybe that will help us out. If there's any plumbers out there who have a good way of, well, I guess you don't really work with lead in your solder, or I would hope you don't. Okay, let's give that a second to figure out what it's doing with its life. What are the odds that it actually held? Actually, it did. Okay, let's flip this over and make sure we get it from the other side. Oh, it didn't. It's like almost holding. Take this thing away. It's that extra solder. Okay. Leave it for a second. Flip it over. See how we did. Kind of holding. Now we just need to clean up this side. Oh, extra solder. Oh, okay, that was the extra. Sorry, piece of leaf just came off. Yeah. Oh, see? If I'm doing this, I don't know why I just forgot to do this. I wanted to attach it so that it didn't have any strain on it, so it wouldn't fall over. Hold on to it. Are you attached? Have you finally married yourself to this idea? That you live here now? Seems okay. How strong is it? Seems okay. Alright. I'm gonna pretend it's okay until it tells me otherwise. try to keep this. Probably should have done the branch last, because there's every chance that in putting this leaf on, the branch is just going to fall off. It's heating up the entire piece of copper, it's making that joint weaker, and then I think just a little bit more solder. Playing with fire here, playing with fire. Playing with heat, playing with solder. Here we go. Look at that. Looks okay. Alright, the final piece of the puzzle. Final piece of the puzzle is a little screw to attach to the end. Now, what's our best bet going to be here? Right on the end like that. See a problem there? Yeah. Okay. These pliers are not thick, ever so slightly. Okay, definitely gonna need to do this for the other one. Where I bend, like I did for the flower part, I bend this part. I think I'm gonna try to do that right now. I should have done that before I did all of this, but you live and you learn. Just not put any not put any, because this, just in that little bit, I weakened this flower. Or not flower, that branch, that leaf. So we know for next time, order of operations, do this first. Switch which one's doing which. Okay. Try and re-secure this last leaf on there a little bit more. it secure it more? Did it secure it less? Great question. Only one way to find it. Is it secure? Seems secure. Okay. Got a little bit of a bend. It's not as good of a bend as I would want. Maybe we try and find a larger screw to use. Compliments of my father-in-law. He found these old boxes of screws, where he had these. Maybe find them. He had them. Gave them to us. Oh, this is just maybe a larger screw like that. Let's see if we can make that work. Okay. It's flux. Flux. Let's see what we've got to work with here. A little bit more surface area. That's good. A larger screw for more strength. That's also good. Big old bead of solder. Means I leave excess on the table, but sometimes it's just what needs to happen. Okay, let it cool for a second. The last thing we want to do is put excess pressure on anything, right? A little sponge. Should also try and wrap the solder around the top of the screw head, if I can. I know there's a big bead on the bottom side of this thing, so I'm going to flip it over once it cools and try and take that bead away, and I think it might be okay. As long as you were wishing me luck, right? If you weren't wishing me luck, then I'm screwed. Were you wishing me luck? Only you know. There we go. Branch number 1 with a screw. So what we're going to do with this screw is we're going to pre-drill a hole into the branch and then pre-drill a screw that's the same size as this, so that all we have to do is screw this in. Let's see here. Is this bond strong enough to hold it? Look at that. Look at that. Success story number 1. All right. Set that guy aside. We shall move on. Let's do a smaller. Let's clean up this a little bit. Let's do one of the smaller pieces before we move on to the big. All excess pieces of solder that I can use. Okay. All right. Let's do this big flower. Something kind of nice, simple, easy. De-stress. And that last piece. And what's crazy is that's not even the biggest branch that we're going to be doing. We have a bigger branch. Alright, like we did last time, grab with this guy. Actually, just gonna use this excess solder that's over there. Perfect use for it. Contaminants. Okay. All right. You're still hot. So we learned from the last one that we don't want the flower to be as flat as it was, right? That's too flat. Can we use these other pieces of glass to prop this one up like we did in the last one? Maybe prop it up a little more. Let's do 2 layers of glass. This guy was sitting a little off kilter because there's a little bead on the bottom here. Letting that bead off. Should sit a little better. Yeah. Some big center hole there, but we'll fill that with solder. That's okay. Like the last one, just trying to tack it real fast. This guy's off. That should be okay. Not perfect. But when it's attached to the side of a, it should be good. It should be good. All right, like with the last one, do we just need a little? We just need a little screw for this guy, right? This guy's screwing right to the tree. what if I make it hot and then be quicker about it, huh? Guess that works, huh? What do you think? Works for me. Right. Big flower. Let's continue our journey with the smaller pieces. We'll end big. How does that sound? Scoot these over. We'll definitely need those again. Don't go too far. Just flexing right now. Don't need that. Let me just do it like this. Okay. Thinking this piece goes there, this piece goes on there, and this piece lower down. Alright. What did we learn from last time? So a little bit of L there. Don't think I need an L. These are small enough that I don't think I need an L on the little branch that branches off from the main piece. So easy. Why can't all of them be like that? It's right on. I don't know why I have a tendency to pull this out so much further than I need to. Just makes my shaky hands worse. Okay. Not bad. Let's find us another screw. Don't need it to be that large as the last one was that we found. This guy. And these are like old school screws. Love it. Let's try to scuff up this, clean it up if we can. It's a tiny screw, but we can scuff it up. That's what we want. Scuff it up and flux it up. So what's the best way to do this? What am I doing? What am I doing? I could just... Why am I trying to use glass to do that? Silly. Alright, boom, done. Don't forget to clean off your soldering iron so it doesn't have old, dirty solder on it. Nice and clean. That work? So a little bit more over here. Can't be too safe. You can. A hot screw. Getting there. Making progress. It's a little bit of solder still on that soldering iron, so I'll just use that real fast. Small pieces are always a pain to work with. Okay. Is this piece too small for 3? Nah, let's do 3 on it. for fun. Do what I want you to do. No? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna make you. Just do it this way, Danny. Come on. Why are you making this harder on yourself than it needs to be? Sounds fun to make things difficult, right? Classic. I don't know if that's a classic. It'll become a classic, maybe. This worked well last time. Just trying to get it in a good spot for me. And kind of view up. I mean, I want you to be able to see what's going on, right? Seems good. All right, 2 more branches left. One medium, one small. Well, one large, one medium, I guess. I don't know why I said medium and small. Like bathing these things in flux. Not very light-handed, shall we say. Pretty heavy-handed with this flux. Flux the wire later. Running out of the little solder balls. Soda. You know the drill. That's how I want to sit. Very nice. Missed. Okay, not necessarily as good as I wanted it. Okay. It's not bad. Right. See how it moved because it got too hot, so the solder pool got fully melted, but then it kind of moved into a nice position. Works for me. So this is fine. Just kind of like getting a bead of melted solder and then gently just kind of resting it on where I want it to go. Seems to be working out pretty well. Another screw. And we have one more branch after this. It's the biggest one, but save the biggest for last. Scuffing up this guy again. Not again, this one's a new one, but is that good? Yeah. Seems good. This is another branch. All right. The big boy. Consisting of the bud on that one, flower on this one, and then a whole bunch of leaves. With 2 more offshoots of branches. Make sure we just have enough leaves to make this exactly what we want. Some like rough placement going on, you know? Something like that. don't forget. Don't want to forget. Curl this in. There we go. That's a nice little tail. We're gonna do that same thing for here. The flower. One of the flowers. There we go. Do we need to do that for the bud? I don't think so. I don't think we need to do that for the bud. All right, let's get all these foiled pieces fluxed. Per usual, heavy-handed with the flux. Probably don't need to be this heavy-handed, but I don't know. Rather too much flux than not enough, in my book. I'm not professing to be, you know, some master stained glass maker. I know there's plenty of people that are better at this than I am. Plenty of people. So if you're a stained glass maker and you see this, and you are appalled by how heavy-handed I am, or how much flux I'm using, or any of my techniques, I apologize. I just like to experiment. Try and make fun things. Excess beads of solder. Put it away, I need it. There's another one of those spots where the foil actually got cut in the process of me. There we go. Putting it in that groove. Making it more difficult to get the solder fully in there like I want it, but I made it work. This guy didn't really get much of a bend to him, did he? It's okay. You stumbled across this video and haven't watched the other ones, the earlier ones in the process. These petals are bent because I actually fired them in a kiln. Over some clay molds. Get that natural flowing petal look to them. Also did that with some of these leaves. Bigger leaves. Smaller leaves I didn't bother. Alright, last little bud. Remember, this inside we're not going to be able to see, so that's why there's extra foil there. We didn't bother taking it down. And in fact, having extra there is probably going to be better. Give us more surface area for the solder to hold on to. Now I know for a fact this is one of those moments where I don't want excess solder on the edges. So I'm going to try and get off as much of the excess as I can. Okay. All right. Gotta make the flower, gotta make the bud, and then put this whole branch together. How are we gonna make this bud? AKA, how are we gonna hold it in place? You like the inside of this? Still hot. No, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Maybe if I prop them up against various different tools. These things out here. We're doing something serious here. Improvising. Sometimes you just gotta improvise to make things work. Gotta get the tips together, but also their butts together. Butts. Okay. Almost. What if? I could just get a tack on. Yeah, it's not working. Let's rethink this. Let's rethink this. Got an idea. Be right back. Boom. This is clay, like firing clay. That's what these are made out of. So I can handle the heat, the solder, and I can kind of place these guys in. Don't want the clay on the something like that. Get this together a little more. Let's reflex it. All right, let's see how this does. Still wishing me luck? Doing it. Just put an excess of solder in there so it doesn't fall apart and make holes like it just did. Okay. I think that's all we need the clay for, right? Oof, that butt doesn't look so good, does it? I think it'll still work. Wheels are starting to get in the way. Let's move these around. There's definitely a better way to do this than what I just did. 100% there's a better way to do this. But did it work? Yes, I guess. Is it pretty? It could be prettier. I also think part of that could be that need a better mold for these buds. Get them more curved so they just sit together a little better. What do we think about that? I think it is okay, not great. Is it worth redoing? That I don't know. There's one piece of the bud that kind of sits a little proud. Because it sits proud, it throws everything off a little bit. Thinking. Could be bad. I'm gonna call it good enough. It's not very good though, is it? Still deciding if it's good enough. Sit on the end. This. I guess we can make it work by putting it on at an angle. Yeah, okay. That'll work. Because you'll be at an angle so that one petal being proud won't be as much of an issue. You know what? I'm gonna do that again. Not that, but use this again. This time I'm just going to be a little bit more slow and careful with it to make sure I get exactly what I want. Shot Pup came downstairs. Say hi. Hey, Shot Pup. How are you? I can't pet you right now. I've got flexi hands. Oh, I know. She's upset. I can't pet her. Okay. It's a good girl. That's all I'm gonna do for now, okay? Your pleading, begging eyes gets me every time. New pair of gloves. All right. That works very well. Very happy with that. I have to do that more often. The excess solder so I can actually take some of this excess away as well. All right, it's pretty good. Now let's start building this branch. Start with this side, come down, and then this side come down. That's the plan. It's been a while since I've worked with this guy, so I'm just gonna clean it off, rough it up with this paper. Flex it up. I don't know what this flower is doing here. I don't know if it really matters actually. I feel like I'm putting too much on, but whatever. It's only too much if it comes undone, right? Just as he says that, it comes undone. I want to put it past this thing. There we go. Yeah. Not too shabby. Okay, so that goes there. Might want another leaf here, right? Does not want to be friends with this. We'll be friends. There you go. There you go. Let's put a little bit extra into this. Good measure. I see it coming up. How do we do? Let's on? Nope, it's not on. A little piece of it's on. More flex. You on? Yeah. More flux is always the answer. Okay. What we were doing again with this curvy leaf there, curvy leaf there, curvy leaf here. Right? This down here, big leaf. And small on this guy. Three on this guy. Okay. that work. That's all. You know what that means? So I don't know if this is the best angle for this. That seems like it held better. It's fire here, so you can fall off. Ooh. Did you see it move? We need it on a little better, so I'm gonna. Sorry about the moving the camera. So shaky. Shakiest of people. Ugh, camera again, apologies. Honestly, I don't like that leaf. It's not centered, so I'm gonna just take it off. There you do. Let's try this again. This time let's center the leaf onto the branch. Better take your time, redo mistakes, than to do something that you don't like and leave it. I think that's a little bit more centered. Yeah, much better. Maybe if I just flux between every hit of solder, that would be the answer. Much better. What did I just say? Solder between every time. And by solder, I mean flux. So let's actually open up a little bit hole here so that copper wire can fit a little better. Like that. quite center of this. Kind of want more center. We could probably not have to pull this, right? Attacking part at least. Why am I using that? Got this. So much easier. Get it exactly where I want it. Right there, I think. Right there, I think. Come on. Got me again. You know why, right? Didn't flux it enough. Should really be holding onto this with not my hands. Not bad. Do you want to fill in a little bit? I think. Not bad. I like it. Why do I keep fiddling with it? Right? Stop fiddling. Okay. Almost done with the soldering. That's exciting. Now we're kind of almost going for 3 hours. I am kind of committed to getting this done today. Does this need 3 or 2? 3. So this guy only gets 1 petal on him. I only have 1 petal left, right? So spare. Yep. What angle am I doing? Now I'm going to put another petal on here. I think it needs it. pretty fragile right now. Does mean I'm gonna actually trim this guy down a little bit because he doesn't need to be that big for 2. Nice. Oops. it wasn't on well. Should not put pressure on it. Don't tell anyone, but it's the secret. More flux. Very nice. Look at this big old branch. All right, and last but not least, big screw. As we do, let's scuff up the top. So much flux. Let's do so much flux. This has to be a good bond. If it's not, comparatively, it's a pretty heavy branch. It needs to be able to hold up this entire thing. May have done it. I'm gonna put more on here though. Feel a little bit better about that connection now. All right. Done with that, done with this, done with the flux. Move all this stuff out of the way. Done with the soldering, actually. Or I should be. So we can turn this off, clean it off. Clean off the head. Unplug it. Move it. Bop it. Wait, what? All right. Now I could end it here today for the stream, or I could keep going. I mean, I've been going for 3 hours. It's 5 o'clock. I'm sure a lot of you, well, if you're watching this as a video, it's not 5 o'clock for you, but it's 5 o'clock for me. So I could end it here. See what we have left to do. I'm going to move those to the side. Take you on a magical journey. Come with me. Okay. Let's see, is that a good camera angle? Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. Sorry. Just trying to get a good camera angle for you. Without this thing falling over. Kind of terrible. There we go. There it is. All right, so we got one big branch, a medium-sized branch, big flower, medium to large size branch, and two small branches. All of that is going to be placed on here somewhere. This is where we got to figure out where everything's going. If we put like this guy, you could go everything in the big branch lower. I have to see how it's going to fit. The big branch go like here. Putting it right here. So I'll screw in one of these. I should try a pilot hole. There. Big old beefy screwdriver. Okay, so we said what, right here? Okay, why are you doing that to me? You mad I didn't tighten you enough? Trying to get it so you can still see what I'm doing. There we go. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish this today, why not? It does mean, before we continue on this, we're gonna do patina. Super cotter. Now, I'm not cleaning off the copper at all, so the patina is gonna be kind of funny sometimes. See that? Takes on that copper color. Just gonna do that for every piece. Just like that color a little bit more than the silver. Not only because it will match a little bit better with the brown of the branch, also it just looks a little bit more aged, looks a little bit more polished. A little bit more depth of color, depth of character, maybe even. I don't know. Just saying things. I just like it. I just like it more. And that should be enough. Like with the blocks, I'm very heavy-handed with the patina. more stuff is on the copper, the more it takes to patina. The cleaner the solder, I mean, the easier it takes to patina, but that's why it's probably a good idea to clean it before you do it. You don't spend your time brushing it down like I am. But too lazy. Clean this thing twice, please. No way. Plus, I kind of don't want it to be perfectly patinaed. Again, this may be another one of those things where it's just blame my laziness and not wanting it perfectly patinaed. But I kind of like the variation of it all. One last spot to patina. But I do like the variation. I do want it to be more copper than not, so. Almost there. You know, maybe it was a good idea to, would have been a good idea to clean it off a little bit before trying to patina. This copper was definitely a little too dirty to take the patina well, so it's taking me a little bit of extra time to essentially clean it with the patina while I'm trying to patina it, which isn't necessarily the best. Okay, I'm probably going to come back and do a second round of patinaing after I gross. I'm going to hit it with some patina right before I put it all together. A couple of the spots that are not wanting to take the patina very well. I'm saying patina a lot. Can you see how that some parts are taking it while other parts aren't? It's just because I didn't clean it beforehand. You know, should have, didn't. That's what I get. Having to do it again. Will you take the patina now? The answer is not really. Yeah, it's the flux residue that's tripping me up. Alright, well, let's put it all together, huh? When I get rid of this. One thing I'm gonna do is actually right now is drill some holes to run some wire through so that I can secure it to my base. Okay, don't use gloves while trying to do that. While trying to tighten. Putting holes in a couple spots. Like I said, to run some wire through. So essentially, I've got this pot. Duct tape the little holes in the bottom for drainage. It's gonna sit like this with wires running through those holes I just drilled. And I'm gonna fill it with some pea gravel. And then have all of my pieces coming out from there. Okay, I actually don't like this big one down here. Mostly because of the angle of the entry, the screw doesn't leave the big one. Actually might. So I'd rather have it kind of angled like that. Or like, no, I just don't think I like it here. Not this guy. This guy will work. I only want to spin it by the copper itself, never by anything else. Look at that. I love it. Okay, where's this guy gonna go? Maybe coming out of this crux there. This side, up here. thinking right there. Okay. Set this back down. Let's hit the camera first, obviously. Okay, what did I say? Like this, right? Like that. So coming in at an angle. This. Coming in at an angle here. Okay. Being a little reckless here. Let's move the things we don't want broken out of the way. The gloves off for this. Taking the gloves off. Okay. Started. Ever so gently. Screw this guy in. Screw do the work. Last thing I want is to break this branch. Okay. Careful. Mhm. I'm going to do something that's dangerous. I'm going to try and bend this piece of copper. That was so dangerous. Okay. Still secure on there? Okay. Where's the big flower going? Here? All the way on the end up here? I think it needs to go up all the way on the end. I'm sorry you're not getting many good shots of this. Okay, let's get out one of those smaller screws. Oh. A smaller screwdriver over here. I know I have one, I just don't know where it is, so I'm just gonna keep going with this guy. Okay, I'm actually gonna use a razor blade. The edge of one. No, don't like that. Where is my smaller screwdriver? I'll look for it for a second. Found it. Boom. Little teeny guy. Okay, I'm gonna drill a bigger hole because this is not enjoyable. Set this down. There's no weight on any of the stained glass sections. Get a wider drill bit out. Should be nicer. Much easier. Okay. Okay, that flower's in. All right, so we've got, what, 3 more branches. Put one right here. Which one? Small, little small guy like this? Big, big guy. Going with this guy. I even can put this guy in here. No, he's too close to that edge, so I'm gonna put this guy in. Okay. 2 more. Put this guy here. Give me a second. I'm gonna move the camera, see if I can get a better shot of all of this. So I know this isn't great. Let's see, if I move the camera up and away. How's that? There we go. That's a much better view, right? Now you can kind of see the progress that's coming along. Ever so gently. There we go, there's that piece. All right, this last little guy, I'm thinking up here. Or like coming out of this branch. Oh, I think he needs to go near this flower. Maybe on this top side. Here. Yeah, why not? And then I have a little screw. There it is. Is that English that I just spoke? I don't know. Oh yeah. Using this teeny tiny screwdriver. Of course, these are all old flathead screws, so it's extra difficult. All right. So I think I'm gonna keep it standing in here. Maybe I'll have it angled a little bit like that. Okay. How to set this down without putting any weight on any of the stained glass? Beautiful question, right? Great. All right, so the last little piece. Got some steel wire here. Steel wire? It's almost definitely not steel wire. It's galvanized, annealed wire. I don't know. Drop a couple pieces. Okay, there's 3 pieces. I think that's enough to do what we're asking to do, what we want it to do, I should say. Which is to thread through the holes I made. And if you didn't know, bonsais usually have the holes down here not only for drainage, but also to help anchor it down. It's kind of one piece. Should have done this one first. These iron, probably iron things are essentially acting as the roots through the duct tape. Through the duct tape. The duct tape's just there to make sure that the stones I put in here don't fall out. Let's see here. Where are we to start deciding how we want this thing to sit? Maybe a little bit more this direction. I'm just twisting them underneath the pot here. Trying to, at least. There we go. Okay. Almost standing up on its own. Well, it is standing up on its own, but it's almost secure on its own. Being a bear to get through the hole here. Come on. What's the problem? Oh, I see. Problem. Hole kind of split. There we go. Okay. So now we've got it, kind of tied up. All right. I'm going to fill this with the pea gravel I have. Maybe put a top on this patina so I don't knock it over. You can tell it's been a few hours. It's starting to get a little bit more reckless. Pea gravel will just help give it weight and stability. More pea gravel. Chop dog. It's not bad. Take it over here. Twist up all of these iron cords I brought under here. Tighten them up a little bit more. Twisting this one around itself. Buddy, don't be like that. Okay, one more. All right, this is in this direction. All right, there we have it. My first stained glass bonsai tree. all I need to do is clean it up and take some photos. I'll be posting those photos on my Instagram if you want to check that out. It's same Fionor's workshop. And yeah, thanks for coming along on this journey. I'll see you next time.